Hello Phyllis, how are you doing today?
I'm well, very well indeed.
Did you have a nice weekend?
I did. We went as a family to see the Rocky Horror Show.
Wasn't it fabulous?
It was amazing. Sore hands from clapping, stomping in the aisles. Oh, just an incredible cast. Absolutely incredible.
It was amazing, wasn't it? And what about that Richard O'Brien?
Oh, standing ovation for him.
Yeah.
It's been a bit of a heartthrob from the Crystal Maze. I remember him in the Crystal Maze.
Someone else was telling me about this. So he was the host of that show, and that was a show in the UK?
It was, and it was a game show, and you had to collect crystals, of course, me with crystals.
Of
course. And it was a team game thing, and just these amazing puzzles. And he had that kind of beautiful voice, kind of creepiness, kind of sauciness. Ooh, you didn't know if he was being serious or not. You didn't know what was behind the door.
You captured it well there. His voice is amazing, isn't it? Now, we're going to recap, really, on what we've been talking about for the last couple of weeks, which is a really interesting subject, and I know it's something that a lot of people have been really keen to find out more on, because it really can help us in our life and for the rest of our life.
It can,
and it's manifesting our dreams and hopes for the future.
It is. I think it's one of those topics. It's just a natural desire. And we want to create the best in our lives. When we've got change coming up, we get filled with insecurities, and it's like, well, how can I create my dream job, or how can I sell my home to move into that lovely space that I want to create? And so manifesting your dreams, it's about sort of hints and tips and techniques that can give you some guidelines or a framework to work around that keeps your energy, and we talk about vibration, just in a nice safe space, so that you can feel it coming towards you.
And it's kind of taking control, really, of our life again as well, isn't it?
It is.
Because a lot of the time we feel out of control.
We do feel out of control, or we're put into situations where, we're forced to make decisions, and sometimes that might not be a comfortable place to be in. And I think that, all of a sudden you're faced with the reality of, well, who am I? Who am I? I've got to make this change, so how do I do it? And it is about the journey, Megan. It is absolutely about the journey. We set our goal, and we get, that's where I want to be, but it's all of the steps in between that we need to make that get us to that goal, and that's really what manifesting your dreams should really be about.
Okay, so we have to think of something that we want our lives to be, or hope for ourselves. Write it down. And fill in the steps in between.
Yes, and fill in the steps in between. So you make your list, you create your list, positive words. So it's, be really crystal clear about what you want, be really dynamic about what you want. Don't be afraid to ask. And again, that comes back to sort of our childhood beliefs. Don't ask for that, you don't deserve that. We need to get rid of all of that. And it's like, this is what I want, this is where I want to be in my life. Once you've created your list, it's about letting it go. So we then we get into bad habits of fretting about, I should have added that to the list. Have I got the list right? Have I put that in the right word? So it's about, you create your list, but it feels right. Keep adjusting your list until you get it right. Let it go. And just go, I'm really looking forward to when that comes into my life. And I think that's one of the things that we are bad for, is we're like a dog with an old bone. We keep chewing at it. We keep going back and touching it and poking it and prodding it. But once you let it go, then you've to be open to those chance conversations, those funny things that you see in a newspaper that attracts your attention, and that then leads you on to your next step. And it's step by step. Then the journey then comes the reality that you want to create.
So once we've got our list sorted and then we've forgotten about it for a while, or just put it to one side, do we need to keep thinking about it? Do we need to keep picking it up again and reading it?
Not necessarily, no. I think you keep in your mind that you want that goal there. So let's say, as an example, we've created the lounge in the centre. Now the lounge has the library, the lending library. It's got the settees in there, the comfy seats. And we thought, wow, it'd be really great to have a coffee machine. And so we had some guests on for the radio show, and they were in the lounge, sitting in the lounge. Said, I'd love a coffee machine. And just one of the guests said, I've got one of those. So you keep putting it out there, keep saying what you want. Oh, I would love to do this. Oh, I know somebody. And you then have to follow that up. So we don't keep looking at the list, we keep moving ourselves forward, keep talking to people and see how those chance conversations then appear that then give you the next step of your journey. So the coffee machine is in the lounge.
Great. And so seizing those opportunities when they do present themselves.
Well, that's the next thing, because you've got to be careful for what you wish for. And that's why we can revisit our list and refine it so that we know exactly what we want. So when it comes to your dream job, it's about location, it's about the environment you want to work in, the size of organisation, if it's a family-run business, a corporation. Be really open to all of that. Talk about it. Oh, you know, I'm looking for a job in this kind of environment. And through word of mouth or through seeing it in the paper, then you've got to then follow that through, because that's part of the process. Because all too often we sit back and go, I should have followed that up. You know, when we meet
to regret it. What would be one of the most common mistakes that people make, Phyllis?
I think the most common mistake is that they have that change of vibration or that change of thought sort of halfway through. Oh, actually, I've changed my, I don't want it. So they want it, but they don't want it. Do I want it? Do I not want it?
And the universe doesn't know what to do.
So the stars and the angels or whatever up there is going, well, is she wanting it or she don't want it? What is she wanting?
Yeah, make your mind up.
Exactly. So be fixed on your goal. Just let it go, enjoy the sensation and the anticipation of it coming to you. Just have that vibration about yourself. It's going, I can't wait for that dream job to come. I know it's going to come.
Okay.
Rather than looking at, oh my goodness, this is not the right space for me, or I'm not in a good space. Think about the space you're going to be in and how that's going to feel, and lift your vibration and it'll come to you.
So inspiring. Thank you very much, Phyllis.
Thank you.
Now remember, you can find out more about the courses with Manifesting Your Dreams with Spirit Talk. So pop along to the website, give Phyllis a call, or pop in store as well on Madras Street, and you'll be able to find out more, and you could be manifesting your dreams next year. But for our last session next week, actually, Phyllis and I will just be discussing the year and how it's been for most people and what we can do spiritually to help us through.
We will indeed.
Thank you very much, Phyllis.